Welcome to Arcade Audio.
And germs, welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do. Johnny.
Yes.
I have a very wonderful iTunes review from a very wonderful listener.
Okay.
Here it is. It's a 5-star review.
I'm ready.
It's from our good friend E. Winty. And their title is "Laugh So Hard People Will Worry."
Okay.
And here's a little story they're telling us. The world is
They're not that funny. I'm worried that you're laughing so hard.
The world is a better place with these two good boys in it. Some days, my coworkers will check on me because I'll be laughing so hard they confuse it with crying. That's very funny and kind. I like that. I think that's a pretty accurate, like when you listen to us, you can't tell if you're laughing or crying.
Yeah.
You know.
Make it stop. This, I'm looking at the calendar here.
Yeah.
This episode will come out on October 22nd. If I may plug my own show.
I hope you will.
Tonight, the night of the 22nd
Wow.
at 7 p.m. Central Time, and next Tuesday, October 29th at 7 p.m. Central Time, I will be doing a live stream Ouija board with some of my good friends on Twitch, on the One Shot Twitch. So that's twitch.tv/OneShotRPG.
ONE, One Shot RPG.
Yes, you can remember it because it also says One's Hot RPG. And it's very fun. We did one last week or 2 weeks ago when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Just had a few friends tell some spooky stories.
Cool.
We tried to channel those ghosts.
Yeah.
You can still watch that on the Twitch as well. We talked to the Furnace Man.
What? The Furnace Man?
I'll tell you about it after.
Oh, the Furnace Man.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Oh.
So it was
scary.
It was a good time. We had some
Furnace Man.
We had some laughs. We had some.
Is that the scariest thing I've heard this week?
It was. Let me sweeten it for you.
Yeah. How can you?
It was the person who told the story of the Furnace Man, Jason We Met.
Jason We Met has the best stories.
He does. And he's
nothing but stories.
This one
You
did
can
not.
You can hear Jason We Met tell some stories on my other podcast, Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. He's useless at the game show, but he's great for telling stories.
Yeah.
And he'll be the first one to admit it.
My favorite thing about when he's on that show is everyone is just waiting for him to say, "Can I tell a story?"
Everyone, like the audience will break into applause when they're like, "Yeah, he did it. He said the thing." Did I tell you once? He told me he was like, he was like after a show he was on, he came up to me and he was like, I don't really listen to 90% of what you say. I just wait for you to finish and read the question.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Whatever.
You want to get an article?
I'd love an article.
Okay. Do you want to get it or
You want to make yourself useful?
Ooh, okay. The Student, short story.
Okay.
The Student is a short story by Anton Chekhov, first published
of the gun.
Of the gun fame. First published on April 16th, 1894 in the newspaper
1894.
Ruski Vedomosti, tells the story of a clerical student returning home on a cold Good Friday evening who stops at a fire and meets two widows.
The Furnace Man.
Fuck. He recounts to them the canonical gospel story of the denial of Peter, and upon finishing, notes that the two women are deeply moved, leading him to conclude that all history is connected through truth and beauty. At 4 pages, The Student is one of Chekhov's shortest stories and was the one he identified as his favorite among his own works. Critics have disagreed about whether the protagonist's point of view at the end of the story coincides with Chekhov's perspective.
Critics have disagreed whether the story's good or not.
Other critical interpretation has focused on the symmetrical structure of The Student, as well as the significance of the language used both to tell the story of the denial of Peter and to tell the story as a whole. The Student has been praised by critics for its compactness and beauty.
I don't know about this so much.
Kind of wild that his story is just someone telling another story.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. You guys know the Bible? You know the new Bible sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this.
I ran into two women at a fire and told them about a young moisture farmer.
Yeah, I'm playing it with two suns farthest from the Galactic Center. I don't know about this Chekhov guy,
That's challenging. It is only 4 pages, so I
do like.
I could read it.
Well, the thing about it being 4 pages is it's like,
That's 1 page per denial plus half a page for intro, half a page per.
I make some. Well, I was gonna say good. Let's not qualify it, but I make some references to the Bible and Christian stuff. With some regularity, and
Sure.
improv shows or my game show at Sleeping Dogs Lie on Arcade Audio, and it doesn't. They don't tend to get the reactions I expect, and I think that's because most people don't really know Bible stuff.
We're a godless country.
We're a godless country, and I'd like to change that, starting with this episode of our podcast.
I just finished, guys. I'm reading the Bible.
I do know this.
I haven't even gotten to the New Testament, so
That's amazing.
that
So-
that was pulled from deep down.
yeah, off the top of the dome, the 3 denials of Peter coming this fall.
Just finished Jeremiah.
Yeah, and he was a
Bullfrog,
Okay.
It was long.
Yeah.
Yeah, real long.
What was he talking about?
I don't
What's he getting up to? Nothing. Is he even a prophet? Is he just a guy?
I don't know. Here's the thing. Most of these stories,
Yeah.
it's so dry, and it's like the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be right. Stay on message.
It's like honestly like hard to follow because it's just so there's barely a narrative.
It's just a guy kind of talking about like
Whatever
stuff.
Yeah, it's wild. It was about like wars and bullshit.
Okay. I wonder if they could do a better job. Like maybe someone could come in and like punch the Bible up a little bit.
So the version that I'm reading is the Christian Standard Bible, which I spoke to our friend Patrick Bodenhausen,
Right.
and I was like, which
Long-time Christian, first-time caller.
yeah, which version should I read?
Yeah.
Because in your head you go to King James.
King James
'cause
is the
it's
one I grew up with.
It's the flowery
Yeah.
language and everything.
These and thous.
And he was like, you should read this is the one you should read because it's the best combination of like historical translation and like modern ease of readability.
Okay. Well, and even still, it's like a little dry. You say
It's extremely dry. I need an extreme teen Bible,
I wonder if the extreme
which
teen
is real.
Bible is good or not.
I think it's just like those books where it's like No Fear Shakespeare, and on one side it's like the Shakespeare, and then on the other side it's like,
all right, dudes.
hey bro, your house and your family and my family are exactly alike.
When he says star-crossed, he means I don't even. What's a cool hip word for star-crossed? I don't know either. Benihana.
I don't
think that's a thing. Have you been to a Benihana, by the way?
No, but I have been to the chain in Florida that I frequented is Kobe.
Kobe.
And I loved it. And honestly, I'm going to Florida a week from today,
Man,
and I'm kind of thinking like, do you want to get some Kobe?
I would die to have a. What's like teppanyaki? It's not teppanyaki. It's
hibachi.
hibachi. Man, anyway, I went to Benihana. It's pretty good.
Is there one here?
Yeah, it's like next to the what do we call it, the Macaroni Grill or whatever, the Cheesecake Factory.
So Cheesecake Factory is not bad.
See, that's the thing about all these like chain restaurants. It's like there's a reason.
I fucking love chain restaurants. You know
Yeah.
what I really love about chain restaurants?
What?
They're consistent. I could go to a Panera Bread
Yeah.
here. I could go to a Panera Bread in California. I could go to a St. Louis Bread Co. in
Sure,
St. Louis.
sure.
It's all going to taste the fucking same.
Yep. That's why every single you'll never catch me eating a meal that's not from McDonald's. Every breakfast, lunch, dinner, fourth meal. That's controversial, but I get my
That is
fourth meal from
controversial.
McDonald's.
So we have done sort of family dinners with our group of friends. We went to Olive Garden.
We did. We gotta have one. We went to a Rainforest Cafe.
Do we go to Benihana?
Fuck yeah, we go to Benihana. It's a little pricey.
It is,
but it's good.
Where do you think? See, here's the thing that's challenging for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to one in the city. I want to go to the suburbs.
Okay.
You know, so we
Okay.
need to find like a Benihana in the suburbs, which I don't think would be hard.
It probably is not hard. There's got to be one.
But that's part of the charm of it is
Finding the
getting out of the city.
just getting away from it all for a second.
Yeah.
To finally get out of the city and into a Benihana in the suburbs.
Even if it's just an Olive Garden, literally.
You ever read that story, the old City Mouse, suburb Benihana Mouse?
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun little story.
Man.
What's the chainiest chain restaurant that there is in America? And I'm not talking like McDonald's or anything like that. Like, is it?
It's like a Chili's or an Applebee's.
Yeah, it's got to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was easy. There goes that.
Man, Chili's is so fucking good.
Chili's is Chili's my favorite restaurant?
Chili's is extremely good.
It kind of has it all. It has the boneless buffalo wings. It has the Presidente margaritas.
Ooh, the margaritas are good.
The margaritas are pretty good. It's got crazy sloppy Jack Daniels burgers. I think is the full name. It's got sizzling fajitas. I don't know what else you could want. Free refills.
Baby back ribs?
My friend. How about you want to top that off with a brownie skillet?
I'd prefer like a molten chocolate cake.
My dude.
Yeah, Chili's is really good.
Is Chili's the best restaurant? Pound for pound, is Chili's the best restaurant?
What's the best restaurant you've ever eaten?
I've been to a very nice steakhouse.
Okay.
And I guess that probably I've got. I mean, my friend Taylor, he's a big time chef man, and he has taken me to some places.
Yeah,
BTCM on campus. He's taken me to Longman and Eagle, which is a nice place. He's taken me to I don't know. I could just rattle off a few restaurants, but it's not going to be fun to listen to.
Sure.
But some good ones. And it's always like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, and he has to order for me. And he'll say just like crazy shit, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
The baby will have chicken tendies.
That's basically, yeah, exactly. And like he'll even like the thing will come out, whatever it is, and there's like components to it, and so he'll like assemble it for me. It's just shy of him scooping it up like an airplane and putting it in my mouth. You know what I mean? Like a little baby. It's just shy of that. It's very useful to have a friend like him.
That's great.
Yeah. So I recommend hanging out with him probably if you want to go to a good steakhouse.
Okay. We'll see if he's free.
We went to a place and it was like a 90 day aged steak, and after we were done, he was just like, "Hey, can we like take a look at the kitchen?" And they're like, "Fuck yeah!" And so they showed us like the crazy like walk-in cooler with like the Himalayan salt and shit. And it was all like
that rules.
They had a side of beef or whatever the fuck that was just like it had been there since the restaurant opened in like 1998, just like aging on the shelf. And he was like, "Dude, that's the gnarliest."
Is that?
I think it's fine. I'm not trying to eat it, but
how does aging meat work?
I think it's just it takes the moisture out of it, I think is what the deal is.
And then it's fine.
And why is that good, you ask?
Nobody likes wet meat.
You don't want to have a wet meat. Smell you later.
Oh, no. Okay, I apologize. It ran from 1998 to 1999. One season, 65 episodes.
65 episodes.
How you pull that one off? What the fuck?
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.